What's going on, guys? It's Gerard. We're back and better than ever on the backyard mini ramp for the first time in a while. Between practicing flat ground, hitting the skate parks and the vert ramps, I really haven't been back here that much, but that's going to change tonight. So I've been kind of exercising some of my skate demons lately. That started with working on my ollies again, trying to get them back to where they're supposed to be. I've never been that confident, so I feel better than ever, honestly. And one of my mini ramp skate demons for the longest time has been the front side rock and roll. So it's not a trick I've really tried very much. I'm comfortable with backside rock and roll. I rock it right in the middle of the board. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with front rock, where sometimes I think it looks awesome, sometimes I am not that into it, but I think it's time that I put this one down. So my hope for today is that it's not going to take me that long to get it. I wore a white shirt for some extra inspiration because the sweatier I get, the more translucent my shirt will get. So hopefully that's not the case at the end of the video. But I really want to learn this trick because I've always liked the half cab rewind, so that half cab rock, front side rock and roll out. And so hopefully if I can't get that tonight, getting front side rock and roll will kind of set the foundation for that. I'm going to warm up with some front side tricks, get a feel for the 3-foot transition again after skating the big stuff, and then I'm going to go for it. All right, feeling warmed up. Everything I see and hear is that the key to this trick is getting all the way up on the deck. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go for it. After skating the vert ramp, you'd think I wouldn't be so scared of going front side on a 3-foot ramp, but I kind of am. This may or may not help. I remember when I learned rock and roll as a kid. I learned it by just barely getting my trucks over and then kick turning and working my way up. So I'm gonna try that with this trick, because right now, getting all the way up on the deck, I'm not doing anything. I turned the board. Let's see if we can land one of these sketchy ones and then take it back up. They can never be easy. This trick is so much about commitment to your back foot, and for whatever reason I just can't commit. Even with these little baby ones, every once in a while I'll lift up enough, but I really just have to go for it no matter what happens. So I'm still gonna try these baby ones because I think mentally it's helping me get there, but I'd really like to land at least a sketchy one before I go back up on the deck. My shins are getting absolutely destroyed, so I'm gonna try and go back up top and see if it works any better. Right now I have this mental block where right now nothing is working. Well, after going back up on the deck for a long time, doing some front disasters and stuff, I just decided to do a little one again and got it first try. Ugly, terrible, I don't even know if it counts. I think I'm gonna do a couple more though, just so I can build up that psychological will to come back in frontside. I don't know what's going on, but felt good to at least come back in. I've been banging my shins all night, so let's try and do a couple more of those. Sorry, I'm hiding in the dark, but at least I'm starting to get the rotation now. Honestly, the hardest part for me is committing to putting all the weight and pivoting on my back foot. I did not expect that to be the problem, considering I do a lot of tricks where I have to pivot off my back foot, but it just feels so unnatural. So let me see if I can keep landing them this way, and we'll see if we can get them back up towards the deck. Alright, that's one. My shirt is probably completely see-through now, so sorry about that. Hopefully I don't get flagged on YouTube, but the trick feels so weird. You have to put so much pressure on your back foot. For that reason, I feel like I gotta land it at least one more time, but we'll see if we can get a couple more. Oh my goodness. Well, I wanted a trick that was worth it to come back to the mini ramp for, and I think that qualified. That video defines why I had a love-hate relationship with that trick. I mean, I probably did 50 to 60 attempts where I never even tried to turn the board. I literally just went up into a rock and jumped off, and then add on whatever I did pumping up with those little baby rocks where I just slammed the board into my shins over and over and over. Ultimately though, that's what helped me get the trick. So you see every video, it's like deck it, deck it, deck it. But when I was up there, even when I was turning my body a little bit, it was like there was absolutely no way I was gonna come back in. So I had to tell myself, just put all your weight on your back foot. I could feel it when I would go up into the rock. I would just jump off. So I would leave my back foot completely weightless. But you have to just believe in your back foot to land this trick. So literally every time I landed it, I was telling myself, back foot, back foot, back foot, back foot. Obviously you have to turn your body, your shoulder's gonna bring the board around, but putting all your weight on the back foot ended up being the hardest part of the trick for me. I mean, I was drenched in sweat before I even committed one time, so that speaks to the scare factor of this trick. When I did start committing just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit up on the deck where I was putting a little bit of weight on my back foot, that's when I went back down to pumping up to it and landed it first try. And I thought then I was gonna land it every try, but that was not the case. And so I kind of worked my way up. I didn't deck it right away. after I got a few from pumping up, I started dropping in and doing kind of like the middle of the deck and coming in from that. And that had its own challenges. It was kind of sliding the wheels a little bit. You could feel where the leverage point would be a little bit better up on the deck. And eventually I brought it up there. It was still pretty scary. I ended up landing the trick, I don't know, 20 times or so. So it feels good to at least know I can do it somewhat consistently, but I know this is a trick I'm gonna have to keep working on for a while, just like blunt fakie or anything else where it's a little scary at first, so you want to consistently do it so you can completely get rid of that fear. But feels really good to check this one off the list. Honestly, I've had this trick in the back of my mind for 2 years and never committed to just going for it. So I had it in my mind for this little summer break I have between semesters. I didn't know if I'd actually have time to do it and film it, but it feels good to get it done. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching all the videos. It's been a lot of fun making videos again. There's not going to be any sort of rhythm. I put them out when I make them, so hopefully that works for you. I do post shorts and Instagram and stuff if I don't have time to film a full video, but it's fun. It keeps pushing me, and hopefully it helps push some of you guys too. So thanks for watching. See you guys next time.